Insanity Pod, episode 8. We got Sinjin in the building. She's a local DJ, and she also is part of a events promotion company, Insession. Do you want to tell us a bit about yourself and how you got into that side of the music scene?
Yeah, kia ora. I am Jaslyn, and I'm part of Insession. It's a 3-piece collection, including Curtis, called Lake Boone, and Kid Contra, known as George. And it was sort of Curtis's idea for a while to start something up, because we've sort of been seeing a lot of artists, especially in Wellington, or everywhere actually, that weren't really getting put on for shows, who are like mega talented and all of that. So a lot of them weren't getting booked, as well as a lot of like our close homies that we knew that were like really musically gifted. So we decided to kind of do it ourselves. Yeah, we just put together a little bit of money and started throwing 6 shows, and it started like picking up momentum, and yeah, it's just started going on from there, which has been really sick. I'm sort of like the artist liaison for them, just sort of like making sure all the artists are like well looked after and having fun, and yeah, and all of that stuff.
How long has it been going for now?
It's been running since our first show was in 2020. Yeah, and it's only just recently that we started booking like internationals. So yeah, it's been going really well.
How did you find the process going from local and then jumping to international acts?
I guess we just started getting more like more attention through a lot of crowds, and yeah, we just, as soon as we started getting emails from different people, different promoters, we just decided to do our first one. Like our first international show was Mincy, and that wasn't even actually that long ago. That was like in November last year. But I think we still really do prefer doing like our local shows and bits and bobs and stuff like that, just doing it for the people. And yeah,
it's kind of a good opportunity in both ways, though, because you can get the local artists to open up for those bigger artists, and then like show them to a crowd that they wouldn't necessarily get shown to too.
No, absolutely. Like we're quite proud to put on a lot of like DJs that have actually never played a set out before.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, and put it onto some internationals, and yeah, they'll freak out like they usually do, but like they always kill it every time.
Oh, sweet. At least everything went fine.
Exactly, yeah. Just giving them the opportunity.
What was it like starting off, getting into events, and like probably the hardest time to do that being like 2020? Was that when COVID?
Yeah, just after COVID.
Well, just even before COVID might have like been a bit of a struggle.
Yeah, I mean, we've been sort of thinking about doing that for a while, but then obviously COVID. But it was kind of like a blessing in disguise, because we could actually do a lot of planning and a lot of design work. Shout outs to Curtis for doing all the design work though. But all of that stuff. So I think as soon as we were able to throw gigs when COVID sort of died down a little bit, it was kind of popping. Like it wasn't actually as stressful as we thought it would be. It started getting stressful a little bit more, like I'd say like last year, end of last year-ish. It's always like a wave when it comes to throwing gigs and not knowing if it's going to be like big or not.
Caused a lot of stress, do you reckon?
I guess it's just sort of the time. Like sometimes you'd sort of go to, like for instance, me and the Insession crew, we always go to different gigs every weekend, just to see what the crowd is liking at the moment, and like I guess just how big all the other collectors are, how they're doing and stuff like that. And you can sort of see the struggle, not just for us, but like everywhere, just trying to push people into trying to party and I guess spend money on tickets for all of that stuff. I don't know if you guys feel that too sometimes. Yeah. But at the moment, so it's good momentum. We threw a gig on Friday, Peaky Beats and Killjoy. We collabed with Casper, Young Ghost. Yeah, and that was insane. Like we didn't actually think it was gonna Well, actually, we did have high hopes, but it just like blew our mind how many people actually decided to come.
I've noticed through your guys' events, and also you host mixes through your platform too, how important for you is it to bring as many people into your environment as possible and kind of create a community around everything you guys are doing? The community aspect of like, you know, pushing you guys and knowing like you have a crowd just for Insessions pull up to everything.
Oh, it's very big. It's like, I think it's one of the most important things when you are deciding to start a collective is it was sort of like how our biggest thing was to make sure that we have a community, you know, like we wanted to create a community where people can listen to whatever they want, and we try to make sure that everything that we put on is like genre defying, and so everyone can just get a taste of like a bit of this and a bit of that instead of just totally just the one thing. So it just, yeah, community is definitely our number one motivator for sure. It's always good to have something like that, especially in the music scene, you know. And we kind of hope that it's vice versa, like they're also really excited to come through any of the stuff that we put through.
There's something really cool about putting on a really diverse lineup, like different sounds, and then, you know, like someone going to that show is gonna unexpectedly like something they kind of wouldn't listen to unless they were put into that situation.
Because y'all do that too, hey?
Yeah, we do like the
West Rage
multi-genre.
Cage.
So when me and Jacob started first doing gigs, we just did hip-hop, but then going into club nights and stuff, kind of having DJs later into the night, I just thought would kind of work well. Yeah, like I really don't want to be put in a box with like kind of any genre or anything really. So it's just cool to like, and I listen to like kind of a lot of stuff, but
It's super cool, yeah, like seeing like a mixed bag of people at your show.
and these people like never come together otherwise.
No,
So it's really cool to
totally.
like, even for like people like networking and stuff and like meeting each other. Because like the Wellington music scene, like the people, you know, all the DJs and artists and promoters and stuff, it's all quite not as big as people think.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
And I feel like it runs a lot nicer than like, oh no, like you don't think people are mean, but like, you know, like you just don't. How do you say that? Like,
Who's mean?
no, it's like, no, not like that. Not like that. It's just like, sometimes you can like get a perspective of someone just from like social media, and you could be like, oh, like, I don't know, like this type of person, then you meet them in person, you're just like, oh, like you're just like chill with it like us, and you're trying to do something that we're trying to do, and you're like going for the vibe too, like, yeah.
And that all just comes back to community, right? Like, and just how important it is. And yeah, I've met so many people through the music scene just by music alone. And
Most of my friends now I've met through like creative stuff, like
Yeah.
Jason probably.
I think like everyone that I hang out with now is pretty much for
yeah, me
creative
too,
stuff.
actually, when I come and think about it, each weekend, like the people I hang out with, people that I met like just a couple of years ago, just through the DJ scene, the art scene, all of that stuff.
Yeah, I feel that community is like the key thing, because I feel like you pick each other up when like you're down to, and you're always trying to like strive. And if you're around people that are striving for something bigger, then you can, I don't know, it inspires you.
No, absolutely. I totally agree with that.
It's definitely like important to surround yourself with like like-minded people or people who like will support you like regardless of like anything.
And I guess as well, like, I mean, like, there's always a lot of like talk about it, but like, it's also good to be around people that actually just want to do,
Yeah, just make stuff happen.
actually make it happen.
Yeah,
yeah.
totally. Because a lot of people talk a lot.
Yeah, we just always talk
and
about
me
it.
too. I talk a lot.
I'm a big,
Like, I try to live up.
Yeah, well, like it's always talk until like, it's better to have the talk though, instead of like just keeping your ideas inside. Like some people are like always just like not thinking about it, but yeah, because I feel like that's the start.
Yeah,
It's like we used to talk about heaps of shit.
just
like,
ideas, right?
just throw ideas
Yeah.
around
And
like, all
then-
the time, even still.
yeah.
Yeah, always.
So how did you get started on your music journey, like DJing
My
and stuff?
DJing,
Were you into music from an early age?
shit, yeah. I was into music from an early age. Started playing piano when I was like 5. Don't ask me to play anything. I don't really know
And
anymore.
we're gonna get
but-
one out actually.
Yeah, it's actually right here. But I've always been into music. I guess everyone thinks I've got really good music taste. But yeah, I guess you could say I'm one of the lockdown DJs. I actually started started DJing during our very first lockdown. At the time, everyone in my flat, they were all working. I was working too, but I didn't need to actually work from home or anything, so I was just bored as hell. So, and I had a lot of money in the bank because we weren't going out eating or drinking and all that shit. So, yeah, I just got myself those cute little DDJ 400s. Learned myself, actually, which I'm really proud of. But I started off with, didn't know what the hell to download. I started off with, those club hit stuff, like Aaliyah, Edit, shit like that. And then...
Club bangers.
Yeah, just them club bangers.
Set up on an ironing board.
Yeah, literally, quite literally. Or even just on my lap. That's how it was. And then, yeah, I just started learning all the ropes, all of that stuff. There's always a lot to learn. I feel like I'm still learning today, to be honest, different things. And then me and my bestie, we just got really lucky, actually. We got booked for an R&B.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, for R&B.
So, back-to-back set.
Yeah, because we were kind of learning around the same time, and yeah, we decided to do a duo thing together.
How was that? That's quite a big jump from just having decks on your lap, just learning.
And COVID.
Crazy.
And then
We were one of the only ones that actually bought our own decks, whereas everyone used CDJs at the time because we were just like, oh shit, I have no idea what we're doing. Bought our laptop and everything. But yeah, I was really nervous, but we obviously just got we got asked to play for an opening thing, so it wasn't too scary.
Yeah.
Because there was just only a couple of people, but it was definitely a good experience for sure.
Performing in general is definitely a good experience, yeah.
Did that change your perspective on things, doing that big festival set?
I mean, yes and no. Yes, because it was a festival, but no, because there were 5 people. But it started getting more fun when I'd say after that set. Yeah, after that set, and actually playing in local places, I think.
What's your favorite part about doing the local shows?
Part about it?
Yeah.
Seeing all of my homies just front row, just busting down, and just also again making a lot of friends that I never thought I would, doing it, doing the local shows. And I guess just showing everyone in Welly the kind of shit I have in my vault. That's always really fun. But festivals are really fun too. I think my highlight festival would be Tora. Tora was really amazing.
Yeah.
Super low key. Everyone was just so lovely. Everyone was friendly, flirty, gorgeous.
That's what people say about Twisted too.
Yeah, I've never been.
No,
I really
neither.
want to go.
Yeah, we heard a lot about it this year. This was the first year I heard about it, and I was just everyone's like, oh, you
I'm
guys
I get
Twisted?
it. It's amazing.
It's 5 days. I was like, geez, that's a big bender.
I don't know what if I do 5 days.
Yeah, I think you did do 2 days on and 2 days off and then 1 day on at the end,
Yeah.
Split it up.
Hard out.
Yeah.
Getting old. Me too, though.
Do you like your dubstep though, your trance?
Starting to get into it a little bit.
Yeah. I like it more than just drum and bass. I feel like I like the more techno and trance.
For me, it's about the environment too. I feel like I've got to be partying and shit to kind of vibe with that. But
From the sounds of it, Twisted sounds like a good environment.
yeah, it's really diverse lineup, huge lineup too. Looking at the.
I do reckon the outside setups and what you can do, all the set design is amazing when it comes to all that, because it actually builds a vibe around it all. Especially with some of the bunker raves that they've had in Wellington and that, it kind of builds they've kind of heaps of colours and everything there.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I heard that the sound system on the main stage was crisp AF. Yeah, and so it's always about I mean, everything's just always, any gig is always better with a good sound system, a good rig, Yeah, that's what everyone was talking about.
Did you notice a difference?
At Twisted, or just anywhere?
Oh yeah, no, we're talking about Twisted.
And I've never been to Twisted, but I've definitely been to gigs where the sound system's pretty trash, and it does make a difference, definitely. It's all about learning who to go to.
How important is having a team behind doing something big like Insession's doing yeah, like to the scale you guys are doing it.
It's super important. And I think we're also just realizing now how important it is to also delegate tasks with, you know, when you do have a lot of people. I mean, Insession's just the three of us, but we also have like a lot of homies. I mean, I don't want to say like an entourage of different people doing different things, but a lot of homies who are really keen to help out, and it's just amazing, you know what I mean? Like so many of our friends are very creative, and it's nice to know that they can put a little piece into something that we're doing as part of like a whole thing together, you know? Give them some work to do, and like they really enjoy it as well, and you know, we can all like see it come together as one, which is really nice. So yeah, definitely a big group.
What are some of the things that they do that help?
So anything that sort of runs a gig like really nicely. So for instance, like Mikey and Alex, the Further Sound boys, who usually always help us out with like our gear and sound systems. We've got friends who do photography, really amazing photography, and video work, and yeah, people that do lighting, all of visual designs. We've got so many friends that do so many different things, and it's super cool.
And Wellington's such like a dope hub for like something for everything.
Hell
like
yeah.
you can totally like.
There's always different people to ask as well.
Yeah, there's always a new person like doing anything really.
I'm sure you guys have the same as well, eh? You guys
Yeah.
have different people,
Yeah.
friends, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
You've pretty much got every type of person you can think of in Wendy that's like does something.
Yeah. It gives them the opportunity to like actually be a part of something.
Yeah, totally. And even with my shit with like Insanity and me and Jacob working on that, and then yeah, since we're all under the same building, everyone's more than happy to help out and collaborate, which goes such a long way when, yeah.
Even just spitballing ideas, you know, it's just like nice to have that, just like something to bounce back with.
Hell yeah. Yeah, definitely.
What are some of the genres that you really think inspire your music?
Dramas.
Genres, sorry. Or dramas, you know, like what type of dramas, you know, yeah, and any TV dramas?
What kind of genres? I mean, again, like, I really like a lot of like heaps of different genres. Obviously, like if you look through my USB, it's just like so diverse. But like, it's always changing, like all the time. I think as well, like the reason why I like going out to different gigs every weekend is to discover new things that I never thought I would like. I think at the moment though, like, I've always been into like a lot of UK garage, a lot of bassy music, a lot of dub as well. I feel like if you're from New Zealand, you gotta love dub somehow, you know what I mean? Yeah. You gotta kind of love that shit. But yeah, I mean, at the moment, like I'm getting really back into like my R&B again and all of that stuff. But it's always forever changing, like all the time.
How do you dig for music? Like, what's your way of doing it?
What do I use?
Yeah.
Spill the sauce.
Yeah, I
don't need
only
to-
buy songs. Yeah, nah. I go on Bandcamp quite a lot.
Yeah.
Bandcamp. There's also, gosh, Sundays is like not coming to me right now. You can get a lot of shit on SoundCloud as well. You can get shit in other sneaky ways.
More the fact of like, how do you find those new type of sounds? Like,
Oh, new type of sounds. Yeah, it's good. It's like, yeah, every time I listen to something new, or when I'm digging through new music, I feel like I have to be in a zone to do it. But then once you're in it, you kind of like, you can't get off.
You ever at gigs like Shazamming, like you hear something you really like and like
Yeah,
kind
low-key.
of take bits here and there?
Okay,
and,
just
like-
doing a little Shazam, just underneath the little.
Is that frowned upon and like
It's not frowned upon, but I think a lot of like artists just, I don't know, they just.
like protective of like?
Yeah, some people like to gatekeep their songs, which I find really weird.
if you find like a gem though, I can understand.
And I found it interesting how like some clubs when they have internationals, like they don't let them record the sets because they want to keep the source like in person.
That's crazy. Yeah.
I don't think that'd be a big deal, but apparently it's a thing. Eh?
Damn, yeah, that is crazy. But I mean, you do sometimes get people that would just never you could ask someone and they could just be like, oh yeah, no, that's secret, which is fair enough, especially if it's something that they're released and it's like they haven't actually released it out yet. It's just like kind of thing. But I love to share my music. I get really excited when people ask me like, or like they record something and they're like, I want to know what this is. I tell them straight away. It's cool, you know? Yeah.
What do you enjoy most about it all? DJing in general?
About DJing? There's a lot of different things and it changes every time, but like there's always something about the adrenaline that you get before you jump on. It does get easier though each time you do it. And it's just nice like putting on a crowd and like just having people have a good time to the things that you bring out to them, you know? Like seeing smiles on everyone's faces, everyone dancing to the shit that you're playing. It's a nice feeling. It's a nice feeling. But yeah, and again, just bringing in a community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you find it hard to like gauge the crowd of like what to play, or you kind of quite a large USB, or you kind of like safe in all kind of
It's
situations?
always a random one. I don't like to look at the crowd. I'm quite shy. I'm quite like, oh, I don't know, like, so I don't know if they vibe with it or not. They could probably like just be standing there like, damn, when's this girl getting off? But like, it's always a different, like, I guess you just never really know. You can always have a really amazing set, like the set before, the set you're playing now, and then you play a set and it's not as popping as the last one. And it's always different, no matter where you're playing or any of that stuff. But I always just believe that you just got to be true to like the shit that you want to play and not like what you think other people want you to play, because at the end of the day, the promoters are booking you and you want to show your flavor to everyone, and you just want to, if people don't fuck with it, then they don't have to. But the ones that do, then like, you know, then that's cool. But yeah, it's different every time. But I'm always just real nervous to know like what it is. I like it though.
Yeah.
As long as I'm jamming up.
Yeah, well, if you keep getting booked, then you're not doing anything wrong with this.
True.
So you don't have a folder full of like T-Pain songs just to save the mood?
I mean, I do because it's T-Pain, but yeah, nah. I usually just keep doing what I want to do, really.
How do you keep keep your sound fresh and keep improving and like working on yourself as an artist?
I think at the meantime, I could do more things like marketing, all of that stuff, maybe getting myself a booking agent, all of that. But at the moment, I'm sort of just doing it for my enjoyment, you know? I kind of feel like if I made DJing a full-time thing, because it's me, I probably just slowly start to be like, oh man.
It's
like,
quite nice how you're in that
such a
space where you're
chore.
having fun as well.
Yeah, I don't want it to feel like a chore. I want it to feel like I like to be picky with the shows that I play at, and you know, just also make sure that I'm having some time, like, you know, to myself, and I'm not just saying yes to every single thing to get myself out there, but more just what do I feel like doing in the next couple of weeks. You know what I mean? Yeah. Still love it though, which is a good thing. Yeah.
Have there been any times where you kind of felt like you're losing your passion or had any bad experiences performing live?
It's always been a good experience, whether or not I've had a big crowd or like a small crowd sort of thing. But yeah, shit, haven't had something like that.
Because the music industry can be quite a buzzy place.
People you meet as well. It's funny that when you actually meet an artist that is really like laid back and cool, and it kind of surprises you a little bit, you know what I mean? Because it's funny that it surprises you, you know?
What's some things for Insessions you guys are looking to do, or like going forward, like you started to go crazy, like the set design and the lighting and stuff?
Yeah, I haven't actually really said this out loud before, but we're actually kind of thinking on like maybe quieting down on like throwing gigs and maybe doing more like, I mean, it's kind of an idea. I think we are trying to put into motion though, where we're trying to do more prep for a lot of new DJs coming into the scene that doesn't really know what they're doing. So like hooking them up with press shots, if they need help with like bios or anything like that, or putting themselves out there, that we have like the right people.
That's really important, because like when people start, they don't really know where to look or like where to even start.
I still don't know like how to write my own bio. I'm just always the same thing, just like copy and paste, just pretty bad. And yeah, even just photos as well. It's like going through the archives and being like, fuck.
So how are you guys so tapped in with like the new DJs coming through at the moment?
Again, through like the scene, you know, there's always like friends who have friends that's just started, or I get a lot of people actually asking me to teach them how to DJ, which is also quite cool as well. And also, like, I've got other homies from other collectives or other DJs that's doing like DJ workshops. My friend Emily just did one last year at 121, and I came in as sort of like a guest one time and met some of the people trying to start out there. And like, yeah, there's always people wanting to play all the time who either hit us up or we meet them out and about, you know, at other shows, and we get to talking. So we are quite tapped in. That's kind of how we scout out new people.
Do you find it's quite flooded with DJs at the moment, or?
I mean, not necessarily DJs. I feel like in any sort of artistic scene, there's always someone trying to reach that goal of someone, you know, doing something in that sort of area, be it if it is DJing or being a painter or being a rapper or any of that, you know. But yeah, I mean, do we have a lot of DJs? Probably. We probably need more doctors. Yeah. You know, all of that stuff. But nah, we just know how to DJ or like crochet and all of that stuff. But yeah, I think it's cool though. I think the more artistic people, the better, you know?
No, I definitely reckon it's a cool thing. I was just curious because like there has been like a huge resurgence, like there has resurgence. Yeah, there we go. From when I was a first year here to now, like it seems like there's way more of a scene, like when 121 opened up and everything, you know?
I think as well, like, who knows, maybe after COVID, a lot of people realize how much free time they have, and that was definitely me anyway. Yeah, and so, and I guess it's also quite cool as well, when you are like placed in like a, you know, where a crowd is watching you, and you're doing what you love, and you get a lot of people coming to you and saying like, I really love that, like I really hope to, you know, do that one day and all of that. Like I think that's what it is. I think the more people out there showing their thing, you get a lot of more people really inspired doing what you do.
Totally.
So you get it, yeah. I guess you get a lot of people wanting to be DJs.
Outside the music, what do you do? Like, what are some things that you enjoy doing?
I like being alone a lot, to be honest. It's quite funny actually, because usually when you see me out, I'm with my crew, but I'm really shy. Like I'm hella shy. I like to spend a lot of time just in my room. I'm slowly like learning how to produce as well. Yeah. Don't ask me for any checks right now. It's rusty as hell, but like I'm trying to get into that. But I guess that's one thing a lot of people don't know about me is I'm hella shy and quite introverted. And yeah, I just like to be left alone most of the time.
In contrast with the music stuff, do you feel like that's a really good outlet for you to like express yourself?
Shit, yeah. I think for everyone, to be honest, I think being alone is a good outlet to actually really be at center and be at peace and really get to know who you are before going out to the world. I think is definitely a big thing that I think everyone should try and fall into.
Yeah, I feel like if you can't be alone, like, because like everyone's always alone in a sense at some point in the day. So if you can't do it,
what's that quote? Like, we're born alone,
you die alone. Yeah, exactly.
But I enjoy it a bit too much, so.
Yeah, no, me too. Pretty introverted.
Yeah, I enjoy the contrast of it. Like I like big crowds, and then like I like to be just by myself or just with the homies and just like chill. Yeah.
Exactly. It's nice having a variety, you know, throughout the week. Yeah. But it's dangerous at the moment. Like I'm fun employed at the moment. So I'm unemployed, but it's fun. It's always way too fun. So I'm spending a lot of time alone during the week. which is really nice, but it's getting a bit dangerous.
No, I feel that. I'm pretty fun employed at the moment too.
It's great though, eh? It's nice living on island time.
Well, I don't live on island time, but no, I wake up sort of like 6 most of the time. Yeah.
Do you sleep early though?
Nah. Yeah, I know it's bad.
I'm not used to it. I need like 10 hours of sleep.
I do.
Damn,
I feel like
Yeah.
I
that's too
need,
much.
I feel like I need 10 to be honest, but like I don't know, like there's always stuff to be doing, like get done. Like most of the time I'll wake up around like 6 to 8. Around that time, depends, like 8's my sleeping.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
And then I'll just get to the studio by 9 most of the time. Even on Sundays. Yeah. Like some days I'll do like a half day, like I'll have the morning just to chill, but yeah. I don't know, there's always like, I feel like I've kind of just loaded up my plate with like everything, so it's kind of good and bad.
Someone's got to run the fucking building.
Yeah, someone's gonna run the building.
Yeah, mommy's like, have you seen my plate? Damn. Yeah, no, I'm really good at to just chilling, like almost too good. But I think this year, I think there's going to be a lot of things, a lot of opportunities and things I want to,
Yeah. What is coming up next for you this year?
In terms of like DJing, I'm going to be playing at Newtown Festival, which I didn't actually realize is coming up like really soon. Yeah, and then with the Insession crew, we're going to be hosting another international who's going to be coming up in April, but we're still keeping that hush hush.
That's cool, yeah.
But we were all really gassed when we saw the name. So we were like, damn, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Yeah. So that's gonna be happening as well. But otherwise, yeah, I'm just really enjoying my summer, like having a really good time and sort of getting to know myself more as well. The one that I'm like really excited about the most is the Cuba Dupa gig that y'all are hosting.
So we're stoked to have you on board.
Damn, y'all put me as a headline. I was like, what?
Yeah, you came through like,
It's cool.
yeah,
Nah, thank you for that. That's really...
it's sick. We're excited to have you on and like a bunch of other dope artists. It's going to be a crazy.
Oh my God, yeah, I'm so excited. When I saw the lineup, I was like, damn, how'd you hook that up? That's crazy.
Thank you for coming through. And on behalf of Cheeky, we got you.
Thanks, yo. Shout out to Cheeky. Thank you, guys.
Check out Sinjin on in the description, SoundCloud, Instagram, run it up. Check out her mixes and come see her at Cuba Dupa Insanity Takeover on the 25th of March.